The British Grand Prix is one of my favourites, and not just because I'm British, but because I just love watching F1 cars going around this track. It's just mesmerising, and it's a weekend I look forward to. It's time for Silverstone. Lewis Hamilton has the most wins at Silverstone, and he'll be really hoping to add to that tally this weekend after a rough Austria. But let's be honest, it's unlikely. It's a 5.891 kilometre long circuit, so one of the longer circuits on the calendar, and as such, the race takes place over 52 laps. The tyres available to the drivers this weekend are the C3, C2 and C1 compounds, so on the harder side of the range, but Pirelli are also bringing an updated compound to Silverstone aimed to match the performance of the 2023 cars. Teams and drivers have already had a chance to test these tyres though, so there shouldn't be any big surprises. When it comes to iconic moments at the Silverstone Grand Prix, there are plenty to choose from. Do you remember in 2020 when both Mercedes cars had tyre failures due to wear at the end of the race, with Lewis Hamilton finishing the race on 3 wheels? That was something. There is also one horrible moment I remember from Silverstone though. It was Michael Schumacher's accident in 1999 when he broke his leg. I hate to bring it back up, but as a huge Schumacher fan when I was younger, I was devastated when he had his accident, and it really stuck with me. It cost him the championship that year as well. Speaking of crashes, there was a huge crash at the beginning of last year's race, with Joe being in a really bad position on the catch fence. Thankfully, everyone was okay, but we'll be hoping to not get a repeat of that first lap carnage this year. As always, here is a full racing lap around the circuit from F1 23. So what's going to happen at Silverstone? Well, we all know that big upgrades are coming for a number of teams, including Mercedes. Mercedes struggled in Austria, as we saw, but before the race, they told us they are bringing a big upgrade to Silverstone. All we know so far, or what we believe, is that that is going to include at least a new front wing, because the front wing is incredibly important in sorting the airflow to the rest of the car, including the rear. There were talks of improvements to the rear of the car as well, because that's especially where they're struggling the most, but we haven't had any confirmations about that just yet. Ferrari are also bringing upgrades in the form of a new diffuser, amongst other things, and considering their upturn in performance, they will surely be the team to be reckoned with around the fast corners of Silverstone. Obviously, reckoned with for second place though, rather than going for the win. Aston Martin felt as though Austria was a one-off performance for them, and so they're expecting to be nearer the pace again this weekend. And McLaren, well, they're also bringing further upgrades this weekend, which will hopefully take them further forward and improving on an already impressive performance in Austria. Piastri will also get the upgrades that Norris was running in Austria, because he was still using the old spec car. As and when we start seeing pictures for all of the upgraded cars, probably on Thursday, I will do a video covering all of the upgrades. All in all, I think it's going to be an interesting weekend to see where all the teams sit after they've made their improvements to their car, although it is due to rain. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.